Right, so you're thinking, I've got a wire ball. How do I make it look more like a bird? So today we'll be showing you how to make the head and attach that to the body, which whilst doing that makes the beak. So it will give the bird its basic shape. My name's Sculpting with Danny. This is Winging It with Wire, episode Head and Beak. For this you will need the wire ball that we made last time, a piece of wire to make the head. Now I usually use the end pieces from the wire itself, from the roll of the wire that is, and a piece of wire that before it's stretched is just too small to reach round the wire ball itself. Now first thing we're going to do is wind up the end piece of wire that we have here into kind of like a round ball shape. I like to leave a little bit of it on the end just to the initial attachment. So we're going to look at the shape of the robin here. We're going to try and keep the top end of it, so the back of its head would be kind of straight because it's streamlined from where the bird would fly, and then the bottom kind of like where the breast is. So it's kind of got like a rounded breast sort of shape in the end. So we're going to stretch out our piece of wire so it actually goes all the way around, and we're going to detach the top end bits just so they're a little bit easier to tuck in as we go round. With all that done, we're ready to put it all together. So put it inside and wrap around just to make sure it's still the right size for it. So make sure the head is in the right place for the body. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little hook for the first to attach to the body. With that on, this will most likely pop off as you pull it round, but try your best to pull it round. We're pulling tight, but we're not stretching the wire around. So we're pulling it tight, and then there should be, because we're kind of doing it in a cone sort of shape, there should be a piece of wire at the end that can go into the body just there. With that into place, we're ready to attach the bottom. So first thing we're going to do is, much like when we made the ball, is fold out the piece of wires throughout the way, and then one by one tuck them into the bottom. Try not to make it all into one place, otherwise you'll make a round shape at the bottom and it just doesn't look very good. So try and put them all in different places, all stretching out, because it will fill up the body of the bird as well as you're doing it. So, with that all attached, we're ready to move on to the head and the beak. So we're going to kind of squeeze the neck sort of shape. We're not squeezing too hard to break it, but then we'll look at it, kind of see where the beak should be. So if we get the robin here, so you can kind of see it's got like a flat neck, or flat back. So we're going to take 3 pieces of wire here, which in hindsight later on I find out it's too much. I really only needed 2, but for now we'll just get all 3, and we kind of give them a little twist. We're not twisting them around like loads and loads, but just a little, just a couple, just kind of keep them into place, and then we fold them back on themselves to kind of make that nice beak shape. So yeah, again, like I see, it's a bit too much really, but I keep going as it is for now. So we give it a nice little squeeze, nice little twist on the end. Obviously if it's a bigger bird, you're going to have more bits of wire, you're going to have a bigger beak. Like a blackbird has a much thicker beak than a robin does, so you'll have a few more in there. So for the head, the same as the bottom, we're going to fold them all back and then twist them over. When that's all tucked away, give it a squeeze, make sure it's all connected in, kind of make sure the bottom bit's all nice and round. Now I start to squeeze the beak a bit more into place, but I notice there's a bit of lacking in wire around the head sort of area. So take one of the pieces of wire out of the beak. This is a tip to how to like even out the wire a bit more, as if you make them individual, put them in two different places, it spreads it out a bit more, makes it look a lot better. And that is the head and beak complete. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you'd like to see me make the wings, tail and legs, this is the next step. Subscribe, leave a comment. Goodbye.